I'll let you start. I have to hit got it. All these new rules. All right. Good morning, you guys. Oh my gosh, my alarm went off this morning and I literally kicked in my bed. I went to go kick my boyfriend. I'm like, oh my gosh, shut off your alarm. I'm like, oh yeah, that's mine. So that's how my morning has started. But that's okay. It's Wednesday. We are alive. And we're going to start off with gratitude, you guys, because without gratitude, what do we have? So for real, you guys grab a notebook, grab a journal, whatever you do. If you are not used to doing this every morning, if this is your first time on the morning Zoom, grab a napkin, grab whatever you can off your nightstand, write something that you're grateful for. Don't just think it, write it down though, because when we do that, it's law of attraction. We're putting it out there. It just means more, I feel like. I started again writing down things myself, and I have a post-it note now in my bathroom, you guys, and I have one on my rearview mirror of my car. And the saying is, I do not chase, I attract. What is meant to be will find me. So I say that throughout the day. It's something short, something sweet, but it's basically telling the universe, you guys, like, I deserve things. Like, we all deserve things. So, and I just know that they're going to find me because I'm doing the right thing. So with that said, I wrote down 3 little quotes for gratitude, which I like. So while you guys are writing yours down, I just set up my tripod again this morning. I had it packed away, but hopefully you guys can see me good enough. But so the first one is, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. And I seriously love that, because you think about it, you guys, we think, what's going to make us happy? What's going to make us happy, right? We're going to be happy when we have, X amount of money in our bank. We're going to be happy when the right person is in our life. We're going to be happy when our kids are doing this, this, and this. Or, I think of all these scenarios that we all think, and we need to stop and say, you know what? The happiness isn't going to come because of this, this, and this. The happiness is going to come because we are grateful for what we have currently. So, when gratitude becomes your default setting, life changes. So again, starting each morning with gratitude, starting each morning with, I am grateful for just waking up with, a roof over my head is something simple. I am grateful that my alarm went off. I am grateful that I can afford to pay my phone bill so I can have a cell phone so I can work this business. You guys, we have to dig deep and think about all the little things that I think we all take for granted some days that we are actually grateful, should be grateful for. And then which goes into my last one, which I really love, is gratitude turns what we have into enough. So instead of always, and I think we all get caught up, trust me, I am just as guilty, and I am trying to stop that cycle and look at people and be like, God, I wish I had that. I wish I could do that. I wish I was her. I wish I, looked like that. We have to change that. And we have to say we are enough. And just be grateful what we have. So I think when we have, we are grateful when we have gratitude in our life, and we train ourselves to do that, saying every morning, just saying little things that we're grateful for. I think it's a reminder that life is good. We have enough. Do we always want more? Absolutely. But that's the drive that pushes us to want more, to work harder, right? So, which is why I love this business, because we get to do that with this business. But yeah, I am so grateful for so many things in my life. I am learning to be more grateful for things because, I find myself sometimes, and then I have to remind myself, just like, and I'll tell you guys a little thing. Like yesterday when I was talking to my therapist, yes, I go to therapy. So it was funny because I said, oh my gosh, I got so mad on Sunday. I came home and my boyfriend hadn't done the jalapeno poppers like I wanted them to. And then this wasn't done. And I had been all day with the kids, at sports and stuff, you guys. And so I was a little frazzled. Kids are fighting on the way home, and it's been 4 hours of baseball in the heat. And I was just crabby. And I said, oh my gosh, and I got so mad. And I asked, Jacob, my boyfriend, I said, God, did you do those on the smoker? And he's like, no, I did them in the oven. I'm like, oh, and I went through the whole night, and then he was kind of crabby with me. And my therapist is like, but did you stop to say, thank you for making dinner? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, is it too late now? It's been 2 days. But I think we forget sometimes, like for me, even like, that's just a small example, you guys, like we forget what we're grateful for. Like I should have been like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. Like I didn't have time to make dinner. I was gone all day. You didn't do it my way. You didn't do the recipe I wanted to. Therefore, I didn't eat any because they were so spicy and I couldn't eat them. But I should have been still thankful and grateful for him doing that for me. So just a little example of my life that's happened this last week. So if anyone else wants to share anything that they're grateful for, feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the comments. I'm grateful for you guys all being on here so early in the morning. I know some of you it's a little bit later, and then I know for some of you out on the West Coast, it is so darn early. I don't know how you're even keeping your eyes awake, but thankful for Thrive, right? So yeah, I had to switch the screen because I was looking at myself, and that's no fun. So, all right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Everyone's done with their gratitude. Okay. So I had just titled this when Shannon, I told her, I said, I didn't really know what I was going to do for a title. I said, you guys, I'm that person. I'm like, let's just do commit to commit. It's almost, it's sad to say when I say it's almost the end of the year, people are like, yeah, right. It's just turning fall, but I'm like, it is going to go so fast. You guys think about how fast summer went. I feel like here in the Midwest, our summer's gone, and we had a long summer. It's still nice out, but the leaves are changing. Let's be real. And they're falling fast. And I know that soon it's going to be winter. So, we need to think about when we're working these type of businesses, you guys, what do you want out of this business before the end of the year? Do you want to be where you're exactly at today? Do you want to be further? So I titled it Commit to Commit, like commit to actually changing your business, you guys. Yes, we should be thankful when our business stays the same and it doesn't go down, but we also want to commit to just saying, okay, I'm going to commit to getting a new customer. I'm going to commit to getting to that next rank. And if you don't make it, at least you tried. So I have down, and this might scare some of you guys, but there are only 86 days left to December 31st. 86. That means Christmas is less than that. So my favorite holiday. So 86 days left, and I have notes if anyone's ever been on here. So I always like to explain, but I'm not staring at the camera, but you guys, I have a notebook and I have notes, and that's just the way I roll. So, but we have 86 days to change not only your life, but really I always think of this business as changing other people's lives. Like we're not here just for ourselves. The blessing for me is I get commission off of this. The blessing for me is I get to feel amazing off the Thrive myself for free every single month. But the true blessing is those messages that we get, you guys, on our phones from someone saying, oh my gosh, I feel amazing. Oh my gosh, I have the energy. I'm not drinking, 50 Red Bulls a day. Those are the messages that I love to screenshot, save, and shout out to the world because everybody needs Thrive. So I'm just asking, are you committed to doing what you need to do in the next 86 days? And if you don't know what you need to do, you need to sit down and ask yourself, like, okay, yes, you guys got up early for this Zoom. What are you doing tomorrow? Are you getting up at the same time because you have to go to work? Is this your normal time? Or are you like me, where you actually had to set an alarm to get up this early because it's not in my routine this week? Next week when I have kiddos, I will be up at this time. But when I don't have kids, I let myself wake up on my own. But I'm committed to being on these Zooms. Does that make sense, you guys? So before anything else can happen with your business, I always go back to what else can happen in your business? I say, what are you attracting? So what are the right things that you are attracting in your life? So that's where I go back to, and I can preach, like, if there's one thing that I tell new people that come in, old people that are struggling, myself, I am just as guilty, is self-development, you guys. So I feel like most of you that are on here, you're writing down your gratitude. So you're already kind of a step ahead of most people, but self-development is so, so key, you guys. Like, I don't know how, like for me, if my personal life, if I'm things are happening in my personal life, it rolls over to my business. It's just the way that it's the way we are. So I feel like if we're doing self-development and we're happy and, at least, self-love is the key to this business. So I have always on my nightstand, if anyone wants to drop in the comments too, like if you know the name, but if you are reading a self-development book right now, drop it in the comments. I always love new ideas, but I am reading right now a book by Louise Hay. You Can Heal Your Life. So that's one of the books I'm reading right now. This is just an excellent book for reconstructing one's life and finding self-esteem and self-love. So that's something, I have not read that yet, Star. This is something that I need for myself, is just to work on my self-esteem and my self-love, because, but it's like a bunch of little quotes. There are, it's an easy read. So if anyone is looking for something, I just love it. So that is something. And then, as I go over in my book, then I have an excuse. I'm not going to say it out loud in case there's any young ones, but I also have rich as. So there's two different things, like self-development for like basically myself, my personal self. And then I have the rich as F, and that is more my self-development for work. Does that make sense? So I feel like we need to be attracting and doing self-development. Like I'm able to read 2 books at one time, but I never used to be able to, but find something that you guys totally fits you. And if you're reading it, high performance habits. Oh my God, I'm going to go back and read all of these. Thank you guys for dropping those in the comments. Sorry. And today's mix does not look lovely. That is Boost, chocolate milk, half white, Fairlife milk, and strawberry. Okay. Keep dropping those names in here because I absolutely love it. And I'm always, always, always looking for new self-development books, because sometimes I'll pick it up, I'll read like 3 chapters and then I'm like, ugh. And that just means it's not your right time to read that book, you guys. So that means move on, find something else, or I guess maybe that you actually need it. Maybe you're in it because you actually need it. So are you pushing yourself, you guys? There's a couple push groups out there right now. And you guys could raise your hand, or not raise your hand, don't raise your hand. But just comment if you want. Are you guys in any of the push groups? I know Maria's got her 90-day push group right now. And then Lisa Fuller has a group right now as well. Yep, the 40K, I believe that is Lisa Fuller's. I'm not in Lisa's, but I am in Maria's, and it's intense. It's good. It's a good reminder. She sends out text messages every single day to keep me accountable. And be honest, you guys, if you're not, go ahead and say no. There's like seriously no judging on here. Like literally look at me. Literally. Morning. No judging. So if you are, it's okay to say, no, I'm not, and maybe you want to join one and be like, hey, I'm not, I just don't have the time right now. I'm not, I didn't know about any, we'll hook you up. Okay. So maybe if you're not, or maybe if you are, go into that group and like find not an upline, because I always hate using I shouldn't say hate. I always don't like using an upline to be an accountability partner, because sometimes I feel like we're like, oh, I have to be accountable to this person because I'm under this person because I make money for this person. Okay. That's always in the back of people's heads, I feel like. So find an accountability partner. And I'm brand and don't know much. Karen, if you want to reach out to someone, I'm not sure whose team you're on exactly, but if you'd like to be in one of the groups, maybe it'll be overwhelming for you. I'm so glad that though you are on this morning Zoom. Good morning to you. Otherwise, I say find an accountability partner, you guys, like someone that seriously is going to call you out on your I'm trying to keep this kid friendly, you guys. This is so hard for me. Someone that's going to call you out on your BS. Like if you like seriously drop the ball one day, someone's going to be like, girl, did you do that? Because and do the same goals. Like I did this with one of my sidelines ones. I would love to have accountability partner. Yes. So go in those groups that you guys are in and see if you know anyone. If you're friends with them, just ask them. No one in, but signing up for Mario today. Awesome. So here's the thing, you guys, like I did this and I said, okay, perfect. Tammy and Shannon, love it, girls. I get to meet Tammy soon. So you guys, like literally we would do the same task. Like the night before we would, message each other, be like, girl, this is what we're gonna do tomorrow. Yep, this is what we're gonna do. And then we would be like the next day, we would be like, hey, did you get this done? Have you done this? This is what I did. This is what my posts look like. So we kept each other accountable. Plus we helped each other out with ideas and posts and stuff. So accountability partners are huge, huge, you guys. Like, I feel like when we try to keep ourselves accountable, sometimes we fail because it's easy to say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, at least that's how I am. We might be our hardest critic when it comes to ourself and our self-worth, but when it comes to keeping ourselves accountable, I don't feel like we always follow through for ourselves, but that's just me. Okay, so to keep yourself accountable, like an easy way, and I don't know if everyone, this was something that I never used to like because it was so like raw and real, like I hated it, but now I absolutely love this because it is so simple. And once you get used to doing it, I think it's super helpful. Does everyone know what the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is? Yes, yes, no. Okay, so okay. So real quick, I'll just go over it for a reminder to most of the people that are on here. If you do know, I'm going to throw some examples out, you guys. So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, seriously has been around forever. I can't remember the person that started it. Paul told us the one time, but whatever. So 5, okay. So we're going to do 5 interactions with non-thrivers. So this is the deal, you guys. The more you interact with people, those are the people's things we see, right? That's how the algorithm works. So when we're congratulating, which we want to do because we're super happy for our fellow thrivers, the ones that have won, let's say, well, it should be all out by now, but let's say the triple fast start, and I'll talk about that later. The triple fast start bonuses are out right now. And double, triple. And there's people already grabbing them. It's like freaking, these people are amazing. I love it. I have not even grabbed it yet. So, but when these go out and we're congratulating everybody and we're saying, yes, 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 oh my gosh, congratulations, you're rock, blah, blah, blah. Make sure though that you are interacting, meaning commenting, not liking, not loving, not giving people the little heart thing, the sad face, whatever. We are actually literally commenting more than one word too. Facebook wants to see that you are interacting with them more than just saying cute. Oh, something like that. I'm trying to think of some other one word things. Beautiful. Those are quick comments that we say. Like, let's say it's someone in a beautiful dress. And we say, oh, beautiful. We want to say, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Where did you get that dress? Yes, start at least 4 words. So we want to make sure that we're interacting with non-thrivers. When we can, leave a message, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, where did you get that dress? Like, you guys, there you go. Thank you, Shannon. So I'll quick go through. So if anyone didn't catch what she just wrote, follow up with 4 people. You guys, that is your customers that you currently have. Okay, these are customers that have fallen off. You follow up with these people until they tell you, no, stop talking to me. Like, seriously. Because you never know, like I have people that have dropped off, not ordering, and 3 years later, they're like, oh my gosh, I need that. We're constantly coming out with new product too. You guys have to remember that sometimes people that are no longer on the products that have dropped off, they're not getting those email reminders. They've opted out of them. So all of a sudden, Heat and Chill just came out. I'm just using those as an example. Well, Thirst is probably our newest one, but maybe these people didn't know about that. Reach out to them and be like, hey, like for me, Chill is my jam. Like Chill is my go-to. It's my go-to plus line product. But I am someone that's anxious in my life. So I can relate to people like that. I know people like that. So I can non-medically reach out to people and be like, hey, we got this new product. I know you're a stressed out person. I've seen, your posts sometimes, have you ever thought about using these products, whatever. So free accounts, these are people that we want to always reach out to, unless you were running a contest and these people sign up just to help you win that contest and they have no interest in Thrive, be reaching out to these people that signed up. Sometimes people sign up just for a sample. That's why they have the free accounts. Have they tried the sample? Is it still sitting on their counter? Did they try it and hate it? Why did they hate it? Because they probably didn't take it right. Let's be real. They probably hated it because they didn't have that they weren't a day one thriver. That's okay. Day 10 is really the magic day. So that's where we want to always reach out to those people and be like, okay, everyone needs this. This is, was intended for a sample to show you how easy and simple it is. You might not feel something, but would you want to try a month? Right now, we have got 20% off. Unfortunately, these people have got a free account, so they're not going to get the $30 in credits right now, but maybe they have a spouse that they could, sign up with their account. So with that said, post 3 times a day. You guys do not look like a billboard. I'm telling you, like, there's nothing more unattractive than looking at someone's, trust me, I've done it when I'm looking for friends to request and I look and I'm like, oh yeah. Like, you don't want to be a billboard. My shake is going to be warm by the time I drink it all.
I remember I used to look like a big commercial on Facebook.
It's something we all do. Like, seriously, we all do it. Trust me. I was looking through my jump drives last night because I'm trying to find pictures. Which reminds me, I didn't finish. I need to write that down. I have a funeral next weekend in California, and they're asking for pictures. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me go look through all my old jump drives for pictures. And because I don't have like the CDs, which I know I have a bunch of stuff on, but my new laptop doesn't have it. So I opened it up and it was all my old business stuff from my old MLL, my old network marketing company, you guys. And it was like, I laughed because I had posts that were saved in there. I had made headers for my Facebook because I thought we had to have it all over Facebook, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, seriously, like, that is so unattractive. Like, I don't put, and this is my opinion, I don't put Thrive in my header of my Facebook page, you guys, because when people are friend requesting me, I don't want them to go to my page and be like, oh, what is she going to sell me? Like, do I really want to be friends with her? Oh, I'm going to see all of her crap. Like, literally, that's how some people think. I know Paul and Jason highly encourage us to always, put that your profile picture with the 1, 2, 3 steps or something. I just personally don't. It's the same way I would feel if someone was friend requesting me and their page was full of, I don't know what product, you guys. Mary Kay. I'm just going to use this. I like Mary Kay. Don't get me wrong. I don't use it, but I like Mary Kay stuff. But what I'm saying is, if everything, their back cover was, pink and blah, blah, Mary Kay, if that's more of a business page, that isn't someone I want to be friends with, because I feel like, I feel like you're going to be interacting, y'all, you're going to be seeing as business posts. So I try to keep it as personal as possible. But when I opened up that jump drive, you guys, I was like, ooh, these are all my stuff that I used to do. And I used to think it was fabulous. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't look like a billboard. So when you're scrolling, think of 5, go to your timeline later, you guys, but scroll 5 times. Okay. You want to make sure that you are seeing something about the product. Yes. Something about the business. Okay. And then you want to see something about your lifestyle, okay? You want to see something maybe about the opportunity. And then you want to see something that you are going to want to go back to. So if you were scrolling, so you might want to see something that's like a motivational post. You want to see something that's a funny post, okay? People want humor in their life. People want motivation. People want something that's going to inspire them, okay? Or some type of interaction post that they can comment on. Make sure it's a good interaction post that they want to actually comment on. Because people are nosy. People want to give their opinion. That's just the way that we are, right? We want to give our opinion. We want to share, like, things about ourselves. So if you are scrolling, you scroll 5 times and you cannot see a variety of one of those things, then you got too much of something. If you're constantly just sharing memes and, you know, there's no lifestyle posts, if you say, I don't have any pictures that I can post of my lifestyle, my life is boring, I call BS. Go out for a walk, take a picture of, you know, nature and just say, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. You know, you're up. It's 6:30 my time. I don't even know. My blinds are closed, but maybe the sun is rising. Go take a picture of the sun rising and be like, good morning. That is a lifestyle post. Keep it simple, you guys. Sometimes we overthink this stuff. My lifestyle posts, they go down. I will tell you when I don't have kiddos, because why? I'm not out and as active as I would if I had them. So a lot of times, but I still have games and stuff. So I guess I'm still posting that. But I feel like sometimes that's where we learn to batch things. Okay. We take pictures when we have that opportunity. The other day, I took about 20 different pictures, 20 different poses. I went out on the deck. I went out on the front porch because it was beautiful outside, grabbed my tripod. I don't care. Neighbors are driving by and I'm taking selfies of myself. Don't care. I need to know that I have lifestyle posts that I can grab at any time on my phone. And here's the thing. It's okay to reuse them. It is okay. That's the thing. Sometimes, you know what? I will reuse the same post because most of the time people don't realize it or people don't care. So you want a good mix. Okay. So 2, networking. Adding at least 2 people, non-drivers to your network, you guys. When I say adding to your network, I am not just talking about, you know, Facebook is my main platform. We want to make sure that we're working Instagram, which I am just as guilty. I don't work that. I don't know what you guys' main platform is. For those of you that are majorly gurus in Instagram, I envy you because I envy you because I wish I could. I just can't get into the habit of posting every single day. I need to get better at that. That is something that I have a goal for 2022. But even TikTok, you guys, I know people that are working Snapchat. It's crazy. LinkedIn, I have not been in my LinkedIn account in like 6 months, and I've actually gotten some leads from there. So there's tons of social media platforms that you guys can be using. But I would say for the main 3 that are really hot right now is going to be Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are the 3. Those are the 3 really we're training about. We have a local here in Minnesota. Those are the 3 that we're going to be talking about as well. So I would say if you guys aren't adding at least 2 people that are non-drivers, you are doing yourself and your business a disservice. I know there's some people that do 20. I know there's some people that do 200 a day. I can't do 200. It doesn't do me any good because then I have all these friend requests out there. It screws up my algorithm. 2, I can't interact with that many people, but that's just me. This Minnesota training. Oh, Heidi, it is going to be fun. I'm going to try to, I'm hosting, so I won't be able to record, but I'm going to try to record most of it. And I will try to post some of it to Dream Team. I have the Dallas training on my phone, but I need to be able to cut it out and stuff like that. But I feel like that I was part of the Dallas training, but I feel like this Minnesota training is it's just going to kick butt. So who will be at the Minnesota training? You don't know how to add people on the PC part? I missed that on the PC part. I don't know what PC means. Well, we have one coming to Orlando, and yes. So you guys keep looking at that LaBelle fan page, and you guys, like, that's where those are underneath events, and just search. And here's the thing, you guys, you have to like seriously get to one of those. I would say make it a goal to get to one of those locals by the end of the year. Okay. They are like, I'm so going off topic, but it's because it's so important. And this totally is with our topic of commit to commit. Like, has anyone been to Thrive-Palooza? Okay. This is like a mini Thrive-Palooza. These trainings are, and I'm telling you, I almost hate to say it, but the training I almost feel like sometimes is more like that I get out of Thrive-Palooza, because we're actually sitting in a room, you know, you bring your little notebook, obviously, but you're sitting in the room with different panels and they are talking on the key points of the business. Okay. Key points. And we're able to ask questions. Well, when you're at Thrive-Palooza, you're not able to be like, hey, Drew, you want to stop the conference because I have a question for this panelist. So I feel like these locals are great. You're going to intermix with people that, you know, are somewhat in your area. You are going to meet new people. And then Tennessee, I'm not sure. And then you guys are going to be able to, you know, you're going to take a picture. It's great for social media. It's just seriously, these locals, I cannot stress enough. If you can get to one, I say if you're 5 hours of driving, which I hate to drive, you guys, like I am like, get me on a plane, just get there and be done. But if you are in 5 hours, like seriously, you have to get to these trainings. They are just, they are life changing. And it sounds weird and like, you're like, oh, sitting in that freaking room all day. I'm telling you, like, you talk about, you know, we've got music going. We talk about, you know, overcoming objections. We're talking about, community, and like, seriously, like, where do we find the list? Go check out the Lavelle fan page. Underneath events, you guys, that's where they are. There's a town about an hour from me. They host just like a little local, just a small one every single month. You guys, like, they don't need to be these huge ones that corporate is like putting on. Get to a small one, even if it's 10 people, but you need to get to one. So I would say if you are committing to finishing this year strong, you need to say you're going to attend one local. Seriously, yes. Okay, last but not least, number 1 is interact with leadership. You guys need to stay connected to your circle. So when I say that, I feel like sometimes we have people that fall off and they're like, oh, my upline just never reaches out to me. Oh, I don't have anyone on my team that I can relate to. Are you the one reaching out? Are you the one staying accountable? Are you interacting? Are you in a group chat? I'm assuming everyone is in a group chat because I'm in 50,000. So please tell me you're in at least one with your team. So staying connected, interacting in those group chats. Those group chats, they're either too chatty or they're dead sometimes, I feel like. But you need to make sure that you're staying connected with your circle, you guys. This is where you're going to keep your fire lit. This is where you're going to hear about new things. So I want to break down you need to break down the next 86 days. Okay, you guys, like legit, it's going to go so fast and you're going to kick yourself in the ass at the end of the year because you're going to be in the same spot. And you're going to be saying, why didn't I do more? Okay. Cause that's what I feel like most people do at the end of the month. We work our asses off. Again, I was trying to keep this PG and I don't think that's terrible, but sorry guys. We work our asses off at the end of the month and we have people just, and then they start, then they worry and they panic and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to get to this rank. I'm so close. Well, you could have made it 10 days ago if you were putting in this much effort at the end of the month that you were putting at the beginning or the middle. Okay. So break it down, you guys. It's overwhelming. It's really not that difficult. Like, I want to tell you guys, keep it simple. Like literally it's 2 and 2, you guys. 2 customers, 2 promoters, VIP every single month. Do I do it every month? No. But do I try? Absolutely. Kimberly, I thought you were just pouring alcohol in that and I was getting quite excited. I was like, yeah, girl. Just kidding. We don't do that here at Thrive, right? Just kidding. It's lemon juice. She's like, I'll show you. Okay. So by the way, a little splash of the lemon juice in the new cucumber melon thirst is amazing. If anyone has not tried that, that's just, it's already sweet, but it's just like, it's so refreshing adding a little lemon to that. Just a little side note. Okay. So what can we do? You guys, we're going to get out of the comfort zone. Obviously, I think most people's biggest fear is belly to belly. If that's not your biggest fear, what is your biggest fear? You guys put it down, like write down right now. Like, is it belly to belly? Is it reaching out to that one friend that's been, watching your posts and you're just too scared to say anything? Is it someone that's commented on your stuff, but you just won't, you just can't get her to flip over, or he or she, whatever. So here's one thing that I would say has helped me in the past. I have not done one in a couple of years because I am always so busy, which here is my excuse, you guys. I am always so busy with kids sports that, you know, I should put my children first. I feel like most of the time, but let's be real. I can't have and pay for them in sports if I'm not doing my job and making enough money to be able to support that. Correct. So it's a double-edged sword, you guys. We have to look at it. So vendor events, people hate. People hate belly to belly, right? We all hate it. We all hate talking to strangers because it's scary. Oh my gosh. But let's be real. There is going to be a vendor event every freaking weekend starting this weekend. I'm going to tell you right now, here in Wisconsin, this weekend is youth hunting opener. That means hunting season has started. Yay. So you guys, that means every single weekend, I'm telling you, there is going to be a craft fair in the radius of your home. And I live in the middle of nowhere, but I'll bet you there's more than two, a radius of 30 miles now until the end of the year. Okay. Vendor events are cheap. Okay, usually. Now, don't go to your local convention center and pay $250 to get a booth. Okay, I'm talking about these little craft fairs that are going on at your local high school, at the malls, at local VFW. We have one that's at, it's like a little restaurant that we have like 6 miles away from me, and they have like a little banquet room in. I've done one in there before. You guys, it's so funny because that one cost me like $30. Okay. One, it's a tax write-off. Two, I'm getting my butt out there and I'm meeting new people. And I go around and I interact with other people too. Like I make sure that I bring someone with me and we can switch spots and we both walk around and we can, you know, talk to other people. So these are cheap, easy ways to work your backyard, you guys. Facebook, Instagram, these are ways to work your business anywhere. Okay. These are people we're requesting. We're becoming friends with people across the country. We want to learn to work our backyard. Okay. You guys, it's so important. Even if you are in a small community, you should be focusing on getting everyone in your small town, big town, whatever, on Thrive. Okay. GPOT, get people on Thrive. So everyone needs it. That's where I say, you know, are you wearing your DFT when you're loud and proud out at team? You know, like for me, I was at a football game last night. I wear my DFT out. I'm going to tell you right now, everyone on my kids' teams, they all know about Thrive. I have talked to every single one of them about Thrive that I've been able to. There's new kids in their school. There's new kids on the team this year. As my kids are moving up, you know, in grades, there's always new ones on the teams. But for the most part, I would say 90% of them know what Thrive is. I've sampled them. I am in their face, not like rude, but you guys, again, vendor events, work your backyard. How can you work your backyard? When you go to the post office to mail that sample out, does your post office person, have they tried it? Be like, oh my gosh, you see me in here all the time sending out samples. Can I get you one? Can I just give you one to try? Because I would love for you to try one. Be bold, you guys. It's okay. And if they say, no, it's not for me, great, not a problem. They're going to still see you. They're going to see you coming in there. Every time they see you coming in, they're like, God, this girl is mailing out samples, like 5 here, 1 next week, blah, blah, blah. They're going to start to wonder why you are mailing out so many, because you know people want them and they're going to start wanting it too. So are you in groups? Okay, so we all know that there's 5 things that we brand ourselves on Facebook, right? Those are those 5 things. I just changed mine, you guys, because it's kind of like your 5 things that you brand yourself with, they are going to change. And it's okay to change those. Try to not change your profile picture that much because we want people to recognize you and get to know what your profile picture is. But what the 5 things that brand you, like I said, my thing changed. I took anxiety off mine. My anxiety came back in full force after 15 years, you guys. It's just part of who I am. It's part of my life. It's okay I wrote down anxiety survivor. I survive every day. I haven't overcome it, but I survive it every single day. So I have that on there. That is something that someone can relate to. I have on there that I'm a mama, maybe single mama, I don't know, but I'm a single mom of 3 kiddos. And I think I have my boxer on there because 1, I'm in boxer groups. Okay. Do you see how I'm relating myself in these groups, you guys? I'm in a single mom group. I'm in boxer groups. I'm in anxiety group, which a couple of them I do need to get out of because holy hell, they are giving me anxiety. There are some people out there that I was like, woo, like, calm down. Some people I can comment on, and some of the stuff I start reading, I'm like, wow, you're making me have anxiety. But it's okay to get into groups. It's okay to leave them. Okay. Get into as many groups as you can and resonate with them, comment on them. So what I did is I went into, I've had at least some anxiety groups too. Yeah, Melissa, some of those people, they need more than chill. Okay. Let's just be real. They need more than chill. And, it's okay though. Like when I was in Florida, Brittany Strike, you guys, she is amazing at social media. She grabbed my phone and she looked at my 5 branding things, and she's like, da, 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 da. And I was watching her, and talk about anxiety. Like my heart just went, oh, what are you doing? She's like, I added you to this group because, okay, my another thing is I'm a taco addict. Okay. Like I have an addiction to tacos. So she added me to like 10 different taco groups. She added me to all these anxiety. And I was like getting anxiety watching her. And she's like, you're welcome. And she hands her phone back to me. And I'm like, you just added me to like 20 groups in like 30 seconds. She's like, yeah, you're right. So when you're in these groups, how do you bring up Thrive? Okay, so introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, you guys. Nothing about Thrive, okay? It has nothing to do with Thrive. It's about being a good person. It's about being a friend. It's about being relatable. So I'll use 2 examples. One, my anxiety. I went in there. I talked about how I have been anxious. I did not use any medical terms, even though in that group I could, but I don't want people to associate that if they go to my page, whatever. So I did not talk about any of the products. I did not talk about using chill. I just talked about how I'm anxious. I've used coping skills. I've used yoga. I use examples that people can relate to. Now I have people commenting on my stuff, right? Now I'm interacting with these people. Great. So another group that I went into is, I've been in all of them. I'm trying to think of which one I want to use. Well, okay. I can do the taco one, you guys. I did a picture of myself with a taco, and I'm like, hey, my name is Jacqueline Babbler. I've been a taco addict, for blah, blah, blah years. Make it funny, whatever, if you want. It depends on the group. But I said, every single week I have to have tacos. When I was pregnant with my first child, I ate at Taco Bell, which is not authentically tacos. Like I always like, because most of these I'm an authentic taco. Like I look at them like, oh my gosh, those are amazing. But I said I ate Taco Bell every single day when I was pregnant with my oldest child. I gained 80 pounds with my first child because that's all I ate was Taco Bell. So I'm being funny, I'm being relatable. I have people that comment that and they're like, oh girl, Taco Bell is not, here's a good recipe. So now I'm interacting with these people, right? But introduce yourself. Don't just, you want to go in there, you want to interact, at least once a day. And, like I said, you're going to join 5, 10 groups, and you might only resonate with one of them, and it's okay. At least you're in these groups and you're interacting with these people. If you cannot interact, it's not your group. I'm in a boxer one, you guys. I post a picture of before and after. Not a before and after, but a before picture of Walter, my boxer, when he was a puppy. And then I put one, he just had his 8th birthday. And I'm like, hey, I'm a boxer mama. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how I was getting a dog thinking I'd have this cuddly little sweet thing. Now I have a sassy dog that talks back to me. He doesn't even sit on the same couch. If I sit down on the couch, he gets up and he'll go sit on another couch. Who else has got a boxer that's got bad attitude? Like, that's funny. That's relatable. Like seriously, I call my dog an asshole all the time because literally he gets off the couch and goes sits on another one. And I'm like, I hate you. I love him, but I hate him. But that's just the personalities. I'm a boxer Nana. Yeah, they're totally different. Like, wow, he will sit in the middle of the room and just lick the air. And that's another thing. I'll go in there, I'll be like, does anyone else's boxer just sit in the middle of the room and just lick the air? Like, I'm not sure if there's anything even going on up there. Be relatable, you guys. Like seriously, what are your 5 things? And if you don't have 5 things in your bio to brand yourself, ask someone. Like when you think of me, what are 5 things you think of? Like sometimes we overthink this stuff, you guys. He's an ass. Yeah, Sam. They're all asses. Is it a male? Because then he's probably really an ass. Sorry. Sorry if there's any men on here. So groups are huge, you guys. I want to the newest thing too, and not everyone has it. And I don't know how comfortable you guys are. I did get TikTok. I started posting TikToks. My kids tell me my TikTok sucks. You know what? I watch my TikToks and I laugh at myself. You know what? It brings me joy because I'm like, I can totally make an ass of myself. I can make something that I think is funny. And my kids are like, wow, this is embarrassing. Like, please don't let any of my friends know that you have TikTok because you're embarrassing. Literally, two of my daughter's friends last night asked me what my username was, and I gave it to them, and my daughter was livid. You know, she's 12. Life is coming to an end. So you guys, like, get out of your comfort zone. I started doing these TikToks and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. But now I'm like, these are fun. Like, I don't care. I seriously laugh at myself. But I'm taking my TikToks and then I'm putting them into my reels. The newest thing, you guys, yes, Instagram has had reels for a while. And I just didn't get them. Facebook now has reels, you guys. So I don't know if everyone has access to the reels yet. Not everyone, it's rolled out for everyone, but I just started taking some of my TikToks and put in my reels, and I'm getting comments from people that are, because I have mine public, I have comments from people that I don't know. Now I'm reaching out and I'm friend requesting these people. You guys, you have to stay on top of this stuff. Like, I know I'm throwing all this stuff out that you could be doing, like, oh, go sign up for this event or event. I need you to go do belly to belly. I need you to do this, this, and this. Breathe. Take it step by step. What are you comfortable with and what are you not comfortable with? Do one thing that you're comfortable with and do one thing you're not comfortable with. Because what you're not comfortable with today, you're going to be comfortable with tomorrow. And then you add something that you're not comfortable with again the next day. This is how we grow. Okay. This is how we personally grow. I am that person that I could probably turn around and annoy the shit out of you in Target because I'm going to have a conversation in line. Okay. That's why people are thankful that I use self-checkout. But this is also how I build my business. You know, I know going through self-checkout at Target, at least in my town, there is only self-checkout on the right side when you walk in. Therefore, when I'm in self-checkout, if I go to the end, my DFT better be on the right side because where I'm standing in line, this is where people are going to see it. Okay. I seriously think about this shit. Like, I know it's dumb, but also I want people to see my stuff. So my DFTs are always like pretty much from here down. If I'm out on the beach, they might be down lower, but literally always arm down. Unless I have a headache, I put it on the back of my neck. Or I do a recharge. I have not tried it yet, but I know Star Marie told me to put it on my forehead. I have not done that, but that is when you're in home.
Do it. I started that. Do it.
That I cannot do yet. I still have a lot of self-love to work on that I judge myself and what people think of me when I'm out in public. I do. I am a people pleaser still, and that's something that I have to get over. There's a lot of days and there's a lot of things that I've overcome. I go out without makeup on. I go out with a bra sometimes. I'm like, I don't care. I'm in sweatpants and a t-shirt, no bra, don't care. But you guys, there's still that part of me that I'm like, I don't think I can do that. So I would just say stop overcomplicating it. Again, 2 and 2, you guys. If birth control, smoking patch, yeah. I have little kids. When I wear my Black Label, they're always like, owie. I'm like, nope, it's not a Band-Aid. And then I make sure I explain it to the kid. I'm like, it's my vitamins. Do you take vitamins? Do your mommy and daddy give you vitamins? And their parents are like, oh my God. Okay. So yeah, you got to do it where people sound interested, you guys. So I would say the next 86 days, commit to actually changing your business. Commit to saying, yes, today I'm busy as hell. I am going to be going and I'm working 14-hour shift at my regular job. But you know what? I have to sit down to pee at some point at my job, and I'm going to have a pre-post ready to go, saved in my notes, that when I'm sitting in the bathroom stall at my work, I can quick copy and paste that into Facebook. Commit to, I took a week and I checked literally in my notebook here for a week straight. It's up in my front of my notebook, but I wrote down, I don't even know where the hell it is now, but I wrote down what time every single hour. So right here, I wrote down every single hour. I went in and acted like I was going live on Facebook, and I checked what is the best time to post on Facebook. So this particular Monday, 10 a.m., I had 570 friends on. 11 o'clock, still 570. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Why are people not working? I had 612. It went up because you know what? People are on lunch hour. People are all checking. 5 p.m., 642. My best time on a Monday at 9:30 at night, I had 773 of my friends on Facebook. Okay. That was my best time to post. That's the best time to do my last post of the evening. It better be a good pull post. It better be a post that I'm pulling people into me saying, you know, something inspirational about myself, about my journey, about who I am. So I'm pulling people into my life. And it's going to change every single day. So I did it for a week and I wrote down just all these different times. You know, I felt like my Tuesdays were down a little bit, but it might have been just that week. But you guys know when the best time to post is. Take the time to do it. Is it a pain in the ass? Are you going to miss some hours? Yeah, but you're going to get an idea when the best time to post. Because I'm telling you right now, I go on my page, I'm like, my interaction is down. Well, here's the thing. I've been doing this for 5 years, you guys. My anniversary is coming up. Those people that I'm friends with, those 4,000 and odd people that I'm friends with on Facebook for the last 5 years, have all seen my Thrive stuff. They've all seen it. They all know I do it. They've all been either annoyed, they've tried it, whatever, but they all know it. This is where we need to add new people to our market. So the people that I'm already friends with, those 4,000, they're not going to sit and like and love my stuff and ask questions. I need to keep adding people to my network. And that's where I'm lacking. So that's my commitment to myself. So I'm tracking that too, you guys. I am tracking on the back page here. It's tedious, but it keeps me, I'm a visual person. Like I'm saying Facebook, I've got this amount of friends on this date. The next day I checked and I wrote on there, I did a cleanup. I went through and I cleaned up Facebook. I deleted people and it's okay to do that. So I took my, but my followers have gone up by 6 people in the last 2 weeks. Is that a lot? Better than I had 2 weeks ago. So I'm keeping track and I'm watching my growth because to me, that's an accomplishment. Gaining one follower, gaining one new friend, someone that's accepted, that's that next person that could be my next 200K. You see what I'm saying, you guys? So don't count. Sometimes I prejudge, and I always say, don't prejudge. Don't look at people's picture and go, oh, she can't, she wouldn't be able to do it. She looks like she's about 7 years old and wouldn't want Thrive. We all need Thrive, okay? So don't judge. Let them, determine what they can do and stuff. So I would just say, write down one thing that you guys are going to commit to. Is it self-development? Is it joining that group and actually completing the task every single day? Is it cleaning up your Facebook? Is it getting into at least 5 groups for each of the 5 things that you've branded yourself for? Whatever that is that you're going to commit to, I want you to write it down and I want you to follow through every day. And if you can't do it on your own, get an accountability partner. If you can't find someone, message me. Like, I'll be your accountability partner if you guys can put up with me. But so with that said, we are going to start wrapping up this morning. Pick a winner to drop me. Tiffany is reading 100 Days of Peace. All right, peace. So, all right. So Tiffany is going to be reading today. This is going to be my chance to drink my warm milk. So if anyone's got any questions, drop them now. Otherwise, yes, Tiffany, do you want to read to us? And then if you have never won, if you have never won, go ahead and drop pick me. Oh my gosh. Me. I don't know what else, you guys. But and then we will get that to Miss Shannon. But
all right, you guys, we are on day 30, time for renewal. You want to sit? Okay. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. Ezekiel 36:26. Even the most inspired Christians can, from time to time, find themselves running on empty. The demands of daily life can drain us of our strength and rob us of the joy that is rightfully ours in Christ. When we find ourselves tired, discouraged, or worse, when the abundance and peace that God intends for us seems very far away, we must turn to the source of which we can draw the power needed to recharge our spiritual batteries, God. When we do, He will restore us. Are you tired or troubled? Turn your heart toward God in prayer. Are you weak or worried? Take the time, or more accurately, make the time to delve deeply into God's holy word. Are you spiritually depleted? Call upon fellow believers to support you and call upon Christ to renew your spirit and your life. When you do, you'll discover that the creator of the universe stands always ready and always able to create a new sense of wonderment and joy in you. Today's quotes: God specializes in things fresh and firsthand. His plans for you this year may outshine those of the past. He's prepared to fill your days with reasons to give him praise. Joni Eckerson Tata. And then we have, he is the God of wholeness and restoration, Stormy Omerton. In those desperate times when we feel like we don't have an ounce of strength, he will gently pick up our heads so that our eyes can behold something that will keep his hope alive in us. Kathy Taroki, yeah, we'll go with that. Repentance removes old sins and wrong attitudes, and it opens the way for the Holy Spirit to restore our spiritual health. Shirley Dobson. For further reflection, Psalm 18:32, Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, Romans 15:13, 2 Thessalonians 2:16-17, and 1 Peter 5:10. Today's prayer. Lord, you are my rock and my strength. When I grow weary, let me turn my thoughts and my prayers to you. When I am discouraged, restore my faith in you. Let me always trust in your promises, Lord, and let me draw strength and from your unending love. Amen.
Thank you. I always love those, you guys. Like, whether you're religious or not, like, I feel like everyone can relate to those. Like, I always tell, like, I teach 7th grade faith formation, you guys, and like, this is my first year doing 7th grade. I've done 3rd grade, I've done 5th grade. I've moved up to 7th because that's what grade my twins are in. And then the first night every year, I question myself, why did I sign up? But it's a great reminder, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I have children in my 7th grade class, and they're just defiant little 7th graders. But I have one in particular that's like, God's not real. I'm like, that's okay. But I said, you have to believe in something that's bigger than yourself. So I love ending these always with just a prayer. And I always tell people, even if you're not this religious person with God and you believe in, I have a little Buddha statue in my bedroom here because I'm a total energy healer, like crystal lover. If you guys saw what was behind this camera right now, you'd be like, holy crap. But, I even have my little sashes here to do a fire ceremony with the Native American. This is a Native American fire ceremony thing. I've got my crystals, you guys. It doesn't matter what you believe in. You need to believe in something higher than yourself, because it's the law of the, of attraction. It's the law of the universe. Whatever we put out to the universe, and this is what I teach my 7th graders, it's going to come back. So we talked about karma. We talked about, it's like they said, it's like a boomerang. Whatever you put out there is coming back. And I said, absolutely. So you guys go out there today, spread some freaking cheer, spread some laughter, find a funny quote, find an inspirational thing, because you know what? Everybody can use some inspiration. In their life. I feel like sometimes those are the things that touch people the most, and they want to come back for more. Just interacting with you and just being like, oh my gosh, this lady, like, she inspired me. I needed to hear this today. And I hear that a lot every time when you go and I post something, people are like, I needed to hear that post today. Thank you. So do something that pulls at your heart, because it's going to help someone else. And that's the thing, when we keep our mouth shut, someone actually could probably, I always say, share your story. Someone needs to hear it. So don't be afraid to share your story, you guys. Go out there today. Just be kick-ass. Be the best version of you that you possibly can. And it's going to come back to you guys double. So, all right. Peace. I love you guys all. Have a great day. And we will all see each other I might not see you guys Friday morning. I might be sleeping in after being out Thursday night with Chas and Lisa, but we'll see how it goes. So, all right, guys. Love you all.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I'm going to have Christina Johnson message me in Messenger. You are today's winner. And thank you again, Jacqueline, and everybody. Friday, we got Chastity Marie. So make sure you show up and have a great day.
All right. And she will be live from Minnesota, so fun. All right.